Man, let me tell you something here. I love this thing that we do here over at Off the Bench, constantly talking, putting in the work. But then you got some people who just want to quit on the team and just retire. Shit hitting the fan, niggas getting hit. People out here putting hands on people, putting the paws on motherfuckers. You know how it is in football. But you know what? I'm here for it. Even if some people just tired and ready to hang up the cleats. So without further ado, let's just get straight to it.
What's up with this, man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance. Hey, Off the Bench, it's 89. Check it out.
What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We on the road to 1,000 subs. So before we go any further, do your homeboy solid, like I say every single show. Hit that like, hit that comment section. Tell me what you think about what took place today at training camp. Go ahead and hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel so you could be abreast of what's next. But here's the thing: I'm not doing this thing alone today. Yes, I'm not doing this alone today because I have two individuals, kind of want to go ahead and tell us about the events that took place because one of them was here today and the other one breaks down this shit like no other. So without further ado, let's get to the first one. The first one is my sis. She has been here for, I say, about 6-7 months at this point. She's got over 1,000 subs. Don't get it twisted because she's a girl. She knows her shit. And it's not my take. It's not her take. It's Kay's take. What's good, family? How you doing today?
What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm good. I'm good.
All righty. So this next one coming to the table. Oh man, this lady right here. So I'm trying to make sure I'm on point because I do not want to get cussed out and fussed out like every single person on Twitter. So let's go ahead and get this joint on the road. So you better make sure that you know what you're talking about when it comes down to coverages, breakdowns, and analysis. She's got over 1.5 subs on YouTube. She's killing it on. She can break down just as much as coaches can. She knows exactly what she's talking about. And if you want to go ahead and crash out on her, I guarantee you at her 4th and 11th stature, she will be whooping ass. Shout out to the homie. Asia's analysis. How's it going, Asia?
Hello. Not the 4'11".
Man, people already know what that Asia.
Hold on a second, because when she said it, I was like, I looked at it because I mean, and the first time I bumped in the cat, I was like, God damn, she tall. And then I seen the picture, I really did. I was like, oh, she probably about like 5'2", 5'3", or whatever. And I'm like, this is looking like twins, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger type shit. I was like, damn. But you know what? She coming with the heat, so who gives a shit how tall she is? She knows her shit. So it don't matter. What you got to say, man?
I felt like Kay was tall.
I think your mic's out because we can't hear you.
I can hear.
You can hear me?
So we having this shit again. Here we go. But anywho, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let you ladies speak until we get this horn tie mess together. But no, I do want to go ahead and talk about what's going on the last few days with training camp, especially what took place today. And we're just gonna go back and forth off of it. So as we going along, because I'm making sure that everything turns out well on this side. So I couldn't hear Asia. Y'all can hear her. And I'm just gonna, as we get ready to talk through everything, I'm gonna step out and come right back in and make sure that everything's on point on my end so I can hear it. And we're not talking back and forth over the same thing. But getting down to day one. So there's been talk about Akilo Witherspoon, the 32-year-old cornerback that just was signed this offseason, decided to hang up the cleats and say that, hey, it's over for me. I got hit out here. These Bammers know how to hit out here. And Dan is taking this thing very serious. And I don't know if I could go ahead and do it. So I'm going to hang up the cleats. But in the midst of all of this going on, we had Fabian Moreau pop up on the roster. And I mean, he is a journeyman, but once was a or Redskin at that time. He's got over 7 interceptions, and 6 of them was here. So I mean, this proves that he is a journeyman, but at the same time, he fits the scheme because he played in Minnesota last year, and they was pretty successful. And then on top of that, bringing him in, he actually knows the routine. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Asia. You go ahead and go first, and as you're talking through, I'm gonna fix this whole entire situation. So go ahead, Asia, spit.
Okay, so I made a joke online about about Witherspoon seeing Joshua Joseph's strapping in coverage and was like, I'm out of here. Like this not your the run of the mill defense. But I really do think I was listening to Oweh's press conference, and he was discussing how much time they spent in the classroom learning this defense. He said this is one of the harder defenses to learn. I mean, he's played in quite a few. He's played over with the Ravens under Mentor and then he played in San Diego under Mentor. And Mentor is a good defensive-minded coach. So when he said this is the toughest defense in terms of like it's a hard defense to get a handle on and a hold on, I was like, wow. And I was joking. I was like, we are so used to Joe Witt's nonsense that we are over here glazing we're not there yet version of Durante Jones' scheme. Because Oweh was like, we're still fine tuning. We're not all the way there. Like we're still trying to like drill down on the details. So I saw Kilo out there, and he was the person on that play with Chig, that amazing play in the back of the end zone where it looked like Chig was triple coverage. It was like triple coverage, and Jayden threw like a missile, a dot, and just put it on Chig's body. When he threw that in there, I was like, no way he caught that. And Chig came up with the ball in his hand. I think Chig was shocked he caught it, because I think he was shocked that the quarterback was able to get that ball through that tight window throw. So it's like it's a lot of work on the back end with the zones and keeping up with your match in terms of what routes that you're supposed to be keeping up with. And then on top of just the speed, right? That's just on the defensive side. And I think people are freaking out way too much because I was in the building and I'm watching the offense. And if you ignore what the second and third string is doing, Jayden is looking so much better in this offense than what he did in the game against the Vikings in Cliff's scheme. Because at the end of the day, David Blau is scheming up so many answers. There are pass catchers everywhere, and the wide receiver group's not even cooking yet. Like between the tight ends and the running backs and stuff, he's got answers everywhere. So the offense is actually giving the defense some go. I think, I've always said this about edge rushers. Edge rushers flash, like they flash. And so you're going to hear a lot about Joshua Josephs and Chason and Oweh. But at the end of the day, I do feel like the O-line is giving him time to get the ball out, right? There are certain situational drills and stuff where they didn't look good, like the hurry up. But so I think this is a very intense camp, and I think it's a little bit too much for Witherspoon as someone who's a vet and older. And so it might just be too strenuous. And I feel like Durante Jones has the highest of standards, so he doesn't care anything about you being a vet or 30 years old. He holds you the same standard of performance as the 20-year-old in the room. So I just think, it might be from day to day a little bit too much for him. I heard he wasn't doing very well on OTAs either. So before they even got into the intensity of training camp, OTA had him stressed out. So I think he just decided that we haven't really started ramping up. Like this is how I feel, and we're not even playing at a high level yet. So I think he just went on ahead and was like, this is not for me. And it might be a vanilla scheme is more for him. So it could be the demands of the scheme and what they ask of you. And so we may see him come back, just not here under Durante Jones.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear
Okay.
him?
Can
Now you
you?
can't hear her. You
Okay, I would say he was frozen for a second, but you're not.
Oh
okay?
no,
Okay,
no.
can y'all
Okay.
Okay,
hear me?
yeah.
Yeah,
What is
okay.
going
You
on?
can.
Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, just to piggyback off of what Asia said, to be honest, I think he knew he was on his way out. He didn't look good to me, at all. To be honest, I just didn't really see how he would fit in this scheme now. And because we do have more versatile players, we have younger players. He just didn't fit. So I think he, took the high road and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just, exit now before I get embarrassed, get cut, whatever. Because yeah, now bringing in Fabian, I'm gonna have to do some more research about him, but I mean, anytime you add somebody, especially to our cornerback room, especially because what's going on with Trey Amos, he's supposed to be reevaluated on Thursday. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a good depth piece. We have more depth. That's how I'm looking at it. Russell Douglas, he's looking pretty decent, depending on what happens to Trey Amos. I do believe he could be our CB1,
Mhm.
just from the flashes that I've seen. But I mean, it's ultimately going to lay on when Trey Amos comes back. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody kind of saw it with the Kello Witherspoon. He wasn't going to make the team, in
Yeah.
my
Mhm.
opinion. He wasn't.
No.
I had
No,
a
no.
UDFA being able to challenge him. He was
Fred
playing that
Davis.
bad. Yeah, I was like, I feel
Yeah,
like,
quarterback, and we know what he's capable of. What we don't know what we're capable of is seeing how this defense is looking, going ahead and just like, yeah, you know what? We gonna start just it looked like confusion out there. Like Jayden looked
Yeah.
like, what the hell is going on? Okay, I got to get rid of the ball. And the one thing I will say, I did see that he actually started throwing the ball away a little bit more instead of just holding on to the ball like he did last year. So I mean, you want to go ahead and get rid of it. You don't want to hold on to that shit and then you get tackled. And here we are, it's second and 14 when you could have threw that away, and we'd be at second and six. So I mean, I do like that he's doing better with that. But also, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this, like you said, Akilo's just getting old, or Witherspoon's getting old at this
Yeah.
point. Uh, I know me getting out of bed at 40, my knees be crackling, and I'm just like, yeah, I ain't built for this. Like I wouldn't give a damn how big the check is. I'm gonna embarrass myself. Now I will take that check, but yeah, I'm not built for it. But
Hmm.
looking at the comment section real quick, shout out to Sean Gamer. He says, when they gonna sign Diggs? Thinking the same thing, but I also am looking at it from like this. Like apparently we they look okay. I mean, I think they gonna I
I
would
don't think
sign
that's what's going on. I don't think they. I don't. I see it differently.
him.
You don't even engage him at all if you like the room. I don't think they like the room. Maybe because I'm someone who works in sales and marketing, and when I
Mm,
hear three different people, four or five different people in the same organization say the exact same thing, that's
mm,
PR, right? There's no like
oh yeah.
everyone is saying it the same way. We love the guys we have in the room, right? And so it sounds like canned language just so that people um they yes, they don't like it. This is a negotiation.
Yeah.
This is
All
money. I
right.
think because I think if you are saying they were in on Ayuk, we all can agree that
Mm,
if Ayuk had himself together, Ayuk
oh yeah.
would have been brought into the room. They
Mm,
always had the notion to bring one more into the room. I think Ayuk was the primary plan and screwed it up. They're pivoting, but I think Ayuk and Diggs were probably just based on how I see Blau
mm,
scheming up these wide receivers with the stacks and the bunches and how they use Traylon as a clear out. Like everybody is online going, yeah, Traylon's the X and he's running with the ones. And I'm in there and I'm looking for Traylon to be getting targets. Traylon's not getting targets. He is literally the clear out guy. And a lot
Hmm.
of the targets are going to the wide receivers that are
mm,
in the bunch formation. And
mm.
so that is primarily your move pieces like Terry, who plays in and out and plays in the
Yep.
slot. And then
Yep.
Luke as the power slot that works the seams. And then it's Antonio Williams that they're using in motion. When I look at the type of route runner and the type of wide receiver that Diggs is, and the type of route runner and the wide receiver that Ayuk is, they are looking for a specific type of wide receiver, and Diggs is perfect for what they do in this scheme from the routes that they want to work. He's a route technician, and there's a lot of zone, and I see a lot of timing routes. I see a lot of you having to kind of like have spatial awareness and be able to move defenders with the route running. And I'm like, no, they are talking to him. They are talking to him.
I think it's
So
more so, because
it's a
I
money thing. It is all about
exactly. Because I mean, I'm looking when you look at it as far as like you had the situation going on with what's the dude that got signed with the Vikings? We was looking Jennings. Jennings signed for $7 million. I'm sorry, not $8 million. You
Debo
got
$7.
Debo got $7. So I'm thinking, like you said, they probably offered him like, hey, here's take the $6 and we'll give you.
Yeah, I've heard we put a deal in front of him at like $5 million. That's what I heard. And I feel like what he's doing is he's trying to like stall the market out. So I think he's just trying to he's trying to get it as close to the end of training camp when other teams may be really, really needy and put something in front of him, because I was ignoring this until I actually listened to the Kind reporting, and then I listened to the Fowler reporting. These are they're not reporting it in a way like the fact that this is making it to national media, ESPN feels like it's vetted by Fowler. Like they don't just report on rumors. So and when I saw Fowler in the building, because I was like, Fowler not talking to nobody in the building. He not in the building. He don't got people in the building. When I saw Fowler in the building yesterday at practice, my dad was like, that's the guy from ESPN. I was like, Fowler? And I was like, no, Fowler is talking to people. And then he interviewed Terry, and Terry was like, that's for the front office to deal with. He said, but we like what we have, but if
we'll welcome him as a brotherhood.
And then I thought it was weird that all of the players, nobody was paying Ayuk any attention. All of the players were actually like interacting and engaging with Stephon Diggs. Like the players in our building, they would be in his thing with the chat emoji. And every time, you remember he put out the video and he had the Commanders ball. I was like, what is happening here? So I think this is both sides. I heard that Stephon Diggs is not in a rush. And I also heard that he's giving us the right of first refusal. So
I heard about that too.
If someone puts a deal in front of him, he's going to come back to the Commanders and go, hey, someone's offered me a deal. This is what they're offering, and he's going to give us a chance to match it. So
it's like a restricted free agency.
Is it going to be the Chiefs?
The Chiefs is looking at him, but he's treating this like Asia said, like he's a restricted free agent. So he's coming to us first and saying like, hey, what y'all want to do? If y'all don't say nothing, I'm going to go with them. So, because the situation that happened the other day with one of their receivers went down with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So that's something to look forward to. I mean, me personally, y'all already know how I am. I'm a Maryland guy. I rock for Michigan, but I'm Maryland to the core, because if it wasn't for the University of Maryland, I wouldn't be here. So so I'm hoping that he signs with us as far as like from a talent perspective. Yeah, we know what he does off the field. I only care about what you're doing on the field right this second. It's the last time we won the Super Bowl, I was 6 years old, and I don't even remember what color I wore yesterday. So that goes as far as like how my mind is. But looking at some of the other comments, Sean Gamer, we just talked about Kilo. His knees, he's hurt, he's old, he's ready to go.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's time to call it quits. But looking at Under Command, what's good, family? How's it going?
Hey.
Sean also says, when will they sign Diggs? And ESPN said he's the third, but would be the third best team in the division. I mean, hey, that's right. I mean,
okay. As long as they're not saying fourth, because the Giants still are crap, and I don't think you can put us above the Eagles or Dallas right now. You just can't, even if you don't like them. But I think it's fair.
But here's the thing I want to talk to y'all about. So did y'all heard what happened yesterday with the Eagles?
What, Mekhi and Devontae?
I wasn't even talking about the injuries. I'm talking about like practice.
Yeah, he's been having bad practices consistently.
Who hurts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I mean, and it got to a point to where they said that like they got sacked 8 times yesterday. If it was a live practice,
you don't fit in their new scheme.
The scheme. I knew the scheme was going to be a problem for him.
And Asia called it a month ago or so when she was like, "Look, he's an under center quarterback. I mean, I'm sorry, he's a shotgun quarterback. They're playing under center. a lot, and that's the type of offense that they run it, and it's a bunch of timing routes. He's not a timing
It's
guy.
the same thing JD is doing. So it's the exact it's the same routes and the same tight window throws, and that he's not that kind of passer.
He was already not a passer.
So,
he was declining last year. Nobody wants to talk about that, but he was already declining last year. As soon as they wanted him to start passing, that's when I was like, nah.
And then on top of that, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this. What's that? Kay, I know you tweeted yesterday or today. You feel sorry for them as far as like the both of their receivers getting.
I said rookies. I don't like when any rookie gets hurt.
Yeah, I look at it like this.
I had a soft tissue situation in OTAs though. Like this is his second stint with. It's not like I get concerned with multiple soft tissue injuries. Like, so it's looking like, I don't know. Makai might be one of those that have constant little things where he's in and out of the lineup dealing with like a hamstring or some type of like soft tissue thing, because this is his second one.
Yeah, I said the same thing at OTA. Like I said, I just don't like when rookies get hurt. I mean, I want them to have a fair chance, but because it is repetitive, I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm saying it like this. Nobody gave us a fucking chance when we was injured last year, so I don't give a shit. You gotta next man up that shit. Just like shout out to Major Payne. You want sympathy from me? Look in the dictionary between the words shit and syphilis. That's where you're gonna find my sympathy. So I don't give a fuck. You're the Eagles. So find a better way to get the W.
I'm not sure it's sympathy, but I get her point. But I think Makai's fine as a first round draft pick. I think he'll
he'll eventually get better. Yeah. But I mean,
but I'm praying that he's already running with the ones. We over here got poor Antonio and Hale catching from Sam Hartman and the third string quarterback, and they already got. That's why I just think they looked at and they're like, that's a real receiver right there. We don't have to even evaluate him. We got to get these other guys some reps with JD so we can see what we got.
No, it was terrible. He couldn't even catch from Hartman because Hartman the ball was going.
Hartman's Hartman
over his head.
He's a cover boy, as I call it. Speaking of the Williams situation, it's at some point DQ has to just say, bump it, man. We're gonna put him with the ones. But I understand what you're doing because you don't want everybody to see how, but you want to treat it kind of like Terry. Like, we got him in the third round. We're gonna keep it like on the low.
When he does run with the ones, the observation I made, when they're working a very specific drill, yesterday when they kept spamming that one play over and over, and they were shuffling different wide receivers, I realized that's when they're evaluating the wide receivers. When they are running a real play that's part of the playbook, that's a legitimate install play, they pull Antonio Williams in. So I noticed on 11 on 11s, when they were running a real play that they particularly are going to run on Sunday, it was Treylon, Luke, Terry, and Antonio. And
they did that today again. So they did that today again.
So that's when I realized, I was like, they already know what they got in the kid. And this is where it's going back to, I think there are some legs to this Diggs thing, because they pull Antonio in, they get him his rep in the install play that they're going to run on Sunday. And then they go, thanks, Antonio. And then they shoot him back down to the 2s and 3s. And then they bring in either Van Jefferson or Lane or Diami. They bring in the wide receivers that they're trying to figure out which one of you guys are going to get cut. Like that's what they've been doing. So they're trying to figure out who to let go in the room. And that's why they're running, he's not getting as much run. It's just, as a fan, you're just like, you go there and it's like, you see him cooking the second he is wide open. He is out there on routes alone, just cooking people. And it's like Mariota is staring. He's sitting right there in the zone, like, pass the ball to me. And Mariota's like, run.
All of them are.
Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, like, come on. Do you not see how hard this kid is working to get open? Like, he is good. Like, he just is like, it just, he's playing around with them DBs on second shot.
No, he really is. He's making them look foolish. But quick look at Dom's analysis says hopefully some of these mid to maybe good, but optimistic cornerbacks like Mike Douglas, Moreau, Amik can be playmakers off our D line pressures, especially if Amos misses time.
You know who?
Awful.
Yeah.
They're making Mikey work though.
Yeah, they
No,
were
Mikey.
they were
Here's the thing.
spamming Mikey. But here's the thing: go back to that. As someone
Uh,
who was in the room, you know this defense, the coverage is not the corners; it's the linebackers and safeties.
Mhm.
The linebackers
Oh,
are
we got to talk about that,
the
because
linebackers are in
we
coverage. That's why he
you-
has the type of linebackers that he has. Sonny is strapping Antonio and Terry in
Yes.
coverage. We have Joshua Josephs, the outside linebacker, edge rusher, covering the overhang and strapping the tight ends in coverage. We have
Yo.
Luvu in man coverage on running backs. Like
There you go.
the coverage, the corners are kind of like they're just there waiting for a tip or overthrow, right? And they're supposed to just stay in that zone and match any receiver that is handed off to you in the zone. But a lot of that action, because how about that front seven works, there is no time for any deep passes. It is all
No.
underneath.
None.
And the linebackers
None.
are cooking in
Yeah, they
coverage.
are.
I was like, I have never seen anything like this in terms of all of the linebackers are literally like they are strapping people, and it's
Frankie.
not because these are our
Frankie.
we're talking
He's
about
being
Terry.
used how he's supposed
Frankie
to.
Yeah,
in the
Frankie's
being
man
used how
is
he's supposed
killing
to.
it. Like,
He's
All
killing
over
it.
the place.
Yeah, so I think the corners to answer your question, I think the corners are going to be fine based on how the scheme works. They're not the ones in all action most of the time. Like the only time the corners have, you guys are seeing the clips when they're running a red zone drill, and those are more 50-50 one-on-one matchups with the corners. And I just think they're going to put some of the bigger bodies in there in those type of looks. So
look here. When they said that Frankie was in man and doing a solid job with that, I'm thinking like, and he's wearing the green dot too on some plays. I'm like, bro,
He got
like
the
calling the
dot today.
defense, and he changing the looks in the
Yeah,
defense.
I was about to
It's
say.
like he's checking out and stuff. I'm like, what?
and on top of that, I'm looking at it from the standpoint like he looks completely just different. Because like last year, he looked like out of shape a little bit. He was all missing tackles. He was in the wrong places. I'm like, if he's a second team All Pro in 24, why are you switching this up? And I mean, it was just like, well, okay. Now I feel like he's in a better place. He's out here making plays. Just like you said, Josephs was out there swatting balls left and right in coverage and everything. Man, look here. But shout
We
out
have
to
a real defense finally.
Yeah.
man.
I see
look
somebody
here.
with a comment said this is the time to make mistakes. I'm gonna be honest, they're not really making mistakes, y'all.
Mm-mm.
Like
They're
I'm not
Not
like
the
he's
defense.
running, not the ones. The ones are executing on both sides of the ball. There are not too many mistakes to where you can really criticize too many people. I would say the second and third string looks bad, but like I just think the quarterbacks are not running the offense, and so that's not making mistakes. That's a competence issue where
No.
they just don't know what they're doing. But no, they're doing a good job on, for them to be as early in this install as they are. I was very impressed with both sides of the ball. Yeah.
Same here. Just looking at the Vistas. I hope I'm pronouncing your name. She said, "Hello, Herb, Agent and Miss K."
That's my mama.
Hey, mama, hi, my Dukes. How's it going? What's up with them tickets? No, I'm just playing. But shout out to Rev as well. He says, "Tapping in, breathe, fam. It's practice. This is the time to make mistakes." Why? But also comes back and says, "Good that that's what I want to hear." Right? Hopefully, JD5 adjusts the real game from this pressure.
Well, he was just in real time in
he
practice.
already looks good, and that I think I think it was in Dan Quinn's presser where he said that like was it Dan or David? One of them. He said that they was picking it up quicker than they thought. So.
No, he is picking it up quick. I noticed yesterday they had the note. The only time he really didn't look good was in the hurry up offense, no huddle, when they didn't have the offensive line didn't have time to read what the front was doing and assign protections, and he was getting mauled. And then I'm hearing today they come in and they are spamming the pass rush at him. And I remember David Blau said that when he plans to do something different with Jayden than with Cliff, and that's when he sees that Jayden has mastered something, let's move on and put more on his plate. I feel like they're trying to. Everybody is freaking out about the offensive line, and I'm like, who's in there? I said, oh, they put the 2 best offensive linemen on rest day on the same day, and the offensive linemen in their underwear. They don't have pads on. Oh, this was they're stress tested. This was a stress test JD day, because I think they're trying to speed up his processing because he's already handling. I know when people are putting out tweets, it's hard to get a feel for what's happening, but when you are in there seeing it, you're like, oh, the defense is playing really good, but the offense all day, it's like punch, counter punch. That's how it was yesterday. Would you agree with that, Kay? And how we saw it? Like,
yeah. And they was getting to Jayden. That's why I was like, and people, and I don't want people to take what I said or whatever. I know, yes, we have a new defense. They're doing better. That's what we want. We want Jayden to get the pressure. That's good. But seeing them yesterday, if we come up against defenses that are similar, if not better to our defense, Jayden's going to be just fine. Yeah, because even today, I mean, Chason was getting to that man. Yeah. Chason and Oweh, I'm telling, I have, for our team, I have not seen anything like them. So it's a good thing.
Because I'm looking at it from this point too.
It's because they are just allowing them to. I've been hearing about this, and I was wondering if it was true. It's the way he's scheming up the pressure packages. They don't, the pass rushers in this defense don't have to work a pass rush plan. So it's just basically use your speed and get there first, right? And so that's why I was like, it's really hard when you have as an offensive lineman. I think most of the time most offensive linemen are studying a pass rusher that is working a pass rush plans with certain moves and counters and things like that. So you know what they're trying to do. You're reading them. It is like linemen have to read. Offensive linemen have to read defensive linemen like the quarterback has to read the coverage, right? And I think what is giving our tackles issues is there's no pass rush plan that the rushers are working. There's nothing for Tunsil or Connolly to read. Basically, it is the get off. The both of these that's why he went out and got all these speed rushers. They got the quickest get off. Like Oweh runs a 4.3. A 4.340 in that body, his get off, like he's giving Tunsil go, like, and
there's a reason why he's paid $100 million.
Yeah, like, so they're just beating the tackles. They're beating the tackles to the spot. I was watching Joshua Joseph's on Josh Connerly, and oh my goodness, I don't know what Josh Connerly is supposed to do with those arms. Like, it is literally like he can't get his hands on Joshua because Joshua got like a 7-foot wingspan. He just throwing his arms up like this. Yeah. And then and so it's like, so yeah, it's these guys are long and lengthy. They are the prototype edge rushers that give tackles a problem because their arm length. Because I think Oweh got a 7-foot wingspan too. Yeah. Yep. And then
got something.
Combine that with the get off that all these guys have, so they're not working pass
rush balls
plans.
At the line as well.
Yes,
they are lining Javon Kinlaw on the same side as the speed rushers. So that's the part y'all don't see. Josh, like the tackles are sitting there, and it's a single gap penetration scheme. You have Javon Kinlaw sitting right there in one gap. It's like who's, and then I got this edge rusher coming off ball at me at it. Like they're keeping up with a lot. I'm telling you, they're not going to see anything like this. This is a very unique scheme. They'll probably see this when they go up against the Vikings. They'll probably see this when they go up against the Seahawks. They'll probably see this when they go up against, Houston because of that aggression. But most schemes run a 4-3, and I think when it comes to a 4-3 base, I think Tunsil and Connerly are two that's good because it's just they're basically working their sides and they're working that same edge rusher a lot. There's not a lot of like exotics and things like this, but it's like I stopped trying to keep up with what was going on in the trenches when they started. Like there's so many big bodies, the linebackers are mugging at every gap, and then you have these edge rushers, and I was like, it's too many bodies. I can't see what's going on. And if I can't see what's going on, I can't even imagine what that is looking like down there, like in it. Man, it is, look, it's nuts.
And I mean, just looking at the comment section real quick. Shout out to Overtime Otis clocking in.
Hey.
From what I'm seeing, do you think our depth will improve this preseason. Because remember what happened last preseason. So
Depth on what
Yeah,
the
which
depth
road?
of which
The,
it depends on
I
where
yeah, because I mean, like if we talking about defensive line, I mean,
the depth's
yeah,
fine and a defensive
I
line.
yeah, because I mean, yeah, that's what I think. Shout out
I think
to Red as
I think
well.
yeah, I think
Oh,
the
go.
cornerback room. Uh,
Mhm. You
Nobody's
said,
having a better day. That's
mm,
not something you can honestly say. I think people want to come out and put narratives out because they're seeing something. I was on somewhere where they had the offense. I think Jeremy Fowler said the offense won yesterday. I wouldn't say that. I think it was a tie as someone who was there.
mm.
In the hurry
Yeah,
up in the last
yeah,
drill, like they were killing them in the hurry up. The defense was
mm.
they couldn't get Jayden got sacked so many times in the hurry up drill.
mm-hmm.
They're running
I,
drills, so I don't know how anyone can say who's winning. But I guess that if you have to lean in a particular way,
mm,
you
It'll
can
be
give it to the
defense.
defense because of the aggression of the defense.
mm,
But in terms of like, is Jayden running that offense and does he have that offense clicking and is he moving through it? Like, no, he's doing fine. So,
mm.
I walked out feeling
He
very
just had 4
confident.
touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah, he had four
Yeah.
I
touchdowns
mean,
yesterday.
he's doing good.
Sam Hartman
You
had
know?
3 touchdowns on the third string.
Yeah,
Marcus had 2 touchdowns. Jayden had 3. They had close to like 9 touchdowns yesterday. Like
and
that's
even
just
and I want to ask Kay this real quick because when you was talking about the 2-minute drill, I think they had like a 1-minute drill today trying to set up for the kicks real quick, and they had Jayden had he was from his own 35-yard line all the way to the 15 within a minute, and he got them down there with I think like a couple seconds to spare right before the 1-minute mark hit, and Stevenson or Steve I'm sorry Stevens had a great day today because he had 8 for
Oh,
8
he made
today.
everything.
He
If
made everything, and then
if I had to choose a
Moody
kicker
went 5 for
today,
8. Yeah.
if I had to choose a kicker today, it would definitely be Stevens.
yeah.
Mhm.
Just
I
from
saw
what
it too.
yeah,
The eye test.
that leg, oh my gosh. And then not only is he kicking it through the goalpost, but I mean it's still
It's
going.
still going when
I
he
mean,
kick it.
it's
Yeah.
we have Aubrey at home. Like we really have Aubrey at
No,
home.
that
So
ball. But people kept talking about his accuracy issues, and then when I saw him kick, and I saw how when the ball comes off, it's a live ball off his foot, so it's not like Moody kicks the ball and the ball just sails through straight.
Mhm.
This kid put so much power behind this kick that the ball is literally like it's like a missile, and then it's like going through because it's just so much power. It's just so much movement on the ball that I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I see why people are saying he has accuracy issues, but it's not like he's widely inaccurate. The ball is
Mhm.
just jumping, like that ball is just
Exactly.
jumping all over the place. So when you start to move, and someone made a point, someone was like, they haven't started kicking from the 50 yet. And when they start kicking from the 50, you may see kind of it balance
Well,
out between
I
Moody
thought
and
what's his name had 50 the other day.
this was before
Steven. Oh,
yesterday.
okay,
This was
okay, yeah,
before yesterday.
okay.
Yesterday, Stevens had one at 55 because my dad was
Mhm.
doing the math. I was like, I don't do math well. My dad was like, well, if you count back from like, I was like, I believe you when you say it's 55. But the one he hit, Stevens hit one from 55 and it was still going.
Yeah.
My dad was like, that would have been a 60-yarder based on it was
Mhm.
just still going. So I don't think he's missing enough for it to make a difference, because I think once they start to get into the distance kicking, that's when you're going to see Stevens kind of like leap ahead
Mhm.
of Moody, because I don't
Exactly.
think that kid has a leg on him. I was
yeah,
just
he
watching him
does.
kick like, oh, that is a live ball.
Because the one thing that they always say is you can't teach power. You could teach accuracy, but you can't teach that power. And that boy it's like the Madden the Madden meter with the kicking. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's like his power is just like once it gets to like a power, it's like you can see that it kind of rattles, but you're trying to make it sure that it's getting through the uprights, and he's doing just that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's his competition to lose at this point. So I mean, what you think, Kay?
Yeah, no, like I said, it was watching him today. Like I said, I would choose him off today, off what I've seen. He would be our kicker going into it.
Mhm.
And like me personally, I don't see any of the accuracy issues. Everything I saw today was, I mean, when I say dead on, it was dead on. And like Asia said, still going. And Moody is too inconsistent for me. Like he'll have a good day, and then like today, he did not have a good day. And I mean, now if anybody wants to talk about accuracy, we can talk about Moody.
I heard when he
yeah.
misses, it's way off.
Oh,
Like,
it was
like it's way off.
This is the goal. His joint was like over here, like it, or in front of it. Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing that's actually on today, and that is W.
So let me fill you in on W. W is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages. It contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and is no proprietary blends. The star of the show is our caffeine fruit extract, which helps you focus with no jitters or no crashes.
Can't even front, man. This is a pretty tasty beverage. I recommend that you go online to w.com to go ahead and get your own shaker bottle, your own Japanese energy blend that they have on here. This one, Japanese yuzu, like I said before. You can go on and get different type of flavors that they have on there and go ahead and order yours. And here's the thing, when you go on there, go ahead and type in the promo code ODBHTTC for 10% off on all your products. Shout out to W. Go ahead on W.com to go and get 10% off on all your purchases by putting in the promo code ODBHTTC. So back to what we were talking about real quick with Moody is actually on point. But the one thing I actually want to ask y'all, well, actually not me. I got to give it to the homeboy. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, sir. But I'm just going to go and say your last name, Mr. Garrett 91. I'm not going to Merle. Do they need to bring in another QB to battle Mariota?
I see it a certain way. I would make Mariota play in preseason because I think Mariota is struggling specifically with this scheme and the coverage on the back end and what he's
literally just talked about that before we went on.
Like I think he's not going to see this type of coverage most of the time. I feel like he's a competent backup quarterback majority of the time, not going against our own defense. And I have to remind myself, this is the defense that gives very, very good quarterbacks a hard time. This is this Viking scheme. This is the scheme where we put up 0 points and JD was in the matrix. So I don't think any of the backup quarterbacks are really, they're struggling with the coverage. It's not even the pressure because they laying off on the pressure. Like Devontae, I think Devontae and David Blau are colluding to stress each other side of the ball out as much as possible on the and first
that's what it seemed like.
Devontae is assaulting JD. I think Blau is like throw everything at him, stress him out. I'm like Devontae, what are you doing? Like they had to put Nick Cross on a leash yesterday.
Yeah, no, like for real, he looked like
he was ready to go off.
They put the pads on him, and it was like, you stay in the post. He gonna hurt somebody. They are stressing the ones out, but then that aggression scales back when you go to the 2s and 3s. So they recognize that there's a drop off between JD and everyone else to the point where I wouldn't even say they doing the same kind of like stuff on 2nd and 3rd. They just asking these guys to, hey, can you just run the offense and then put the ball on the body of someone so we can evaluate the pass catchers? And so I think the problem is the actual coverage on the back end is actually making Marcus hold on to the ball. And so it's like allowing a very not aggressive pass rush to get into him. I don't even think the 2's pass rush is really getting after it like that. So I think
Marcus is scrambling like crazy.
He's scrambling.
He legit in practice, he legit scrambled like 6 times on Saturday.
Yeah, he was scrambling today too.
Again?
He was scrambling today too. So that he is struggling in this game.
But Asia, just to piggyback on what you said about Cross, like, and we're all around the same age for the most part. Y'all remember the Little Giants?
Yeah.
He reminds me of Spike. Like, if you know, you know, because Spike was one of those head hunting ass niggas that was just ready to hit somebody. Like, dude, chill. Yeah. It's practice.
Yeah.
we need don't fire off no friendly fire on your teammates. Like,
I've never seen someone so twitchy, but like under control. Like he does not play. He plays fast and in
Mhm.
control, and he's twitched up. And like those things you don't usually find. Like people who are
Mhm.
super twitched up and speedy, they can't control the speed. Like they're just like they whiff on tackles because they can't slow down enough to get the pad level down. He plays technically sound football combined with just like very violent aggression. And it's like, and then his body, he's built like a linebacker. This dude is big. And then they gave Sonny permission to stop thinking. And like, and he is just out there playing free and
Yeah,
he's wreaking havoc. So it's like
dude. When
between
they
like it's
They had Sonny
listen,
on shake today.
look,
yeah,
hold on a sec. When they put you in slow mo on the replays and everything, you know shit's about to get active. Because like you can see them in slow motion. They got the Terminator music in the background, and all you see is just the water coming up off his uniform, and he looked like he's about to kill someone. I'm like, please,
Shout out to
just
the media though.
don't. Oh my God,
Man,
they're doing a good job.
cinema.
yeah, they are.
Yeah. You
Well,
notice they not putting Nick up there on there though. He a little secret weapon.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna
Mhm.
unleash him. They're gonna have him all over the place. Yeah,
him and
yeah.
Antonio, because they know what they're doing. But shout out to Rev. He says, "Thank you, Asia. These narratives from these reporting is what creates the fans' reaction. Some people don't need a mic or a platform."
I don't like how they report either. I don't like, after going there and I was like, why am I still like came out and seeing people talking about domination and this? They're telling stories, they're narrative builders, they're telling stories in the media. And I
Mhm,
went in, I was like, oh, I'm impressed. When I say JD is gonna be okay against the Eagles, because I think all the Eagles got is an interior rush, right? And while we
mhm,
have concerns about the center group, I think Jayden will be so like have so much calluses built up from like just dealing with this pressure that he's dealing with every day. Jalen
mhm,
Jordan Davis is not going to have him scooting, right? He's going to be able to stand there in that pocket and just ignore all of that and he also has a different throwing motion. I don't know what he
mhm.
did.
Oh yeah, I did notice that. Yeah,
He gets things out super fast. There's like
yeah.
Oh,
why
y'all should have seen him today.
stand.
Y'all should have seen him too. Well,
We'll talk about it,
Go
man. We'll
ahead,
just
tell
take
us,
that.
okay.
no, because first of all, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was scared to death of seeing Chase on across from him. So, I mean, his release today was a lot faster than it has been, even compared to yesterday. I mean, he was doing well yesterday, but today, to me, it's clicked. I mean, I know they're saying that he's still adjusting and picking up stuff, but it's clicked, and now he's perfecting because that ball was coming out way faster than I have ever seen him do it.
Mhm,
He can that ball out fast, and it's
Yeah,
got
well, he has
velocity
to.
on it. I don't know how you can do that. Like
mhm.
that is a gift, and
Yeah.
he's moving defenders. He's moving defenders with his head and his
Mhm.
eyes.
Mhm.
So I think that's what's happening with the other quarterbacks is they're incapable of throwing the no look pass, so they
Yeah.
can't look off defenders or move defenders. So that's something else he's perfected is that like they can't read him. Like when I say David Blau is an amazing offensive coordinator in terms of the self scout, because and I think this is also just having him and Durante Jones in the building together because you're going, hey, listen, what does the quarterback need to do to play up against a defense like this? And Durante Jones can tell him, well, basically what we're doing is basically reading the quarterback. And then you go, okay, well, if you're reading my quarterback and you're reading my quarterback's eyes, we have to teach JD to look somewhere else when he's throwing the ball. So when he throws the ball, Jayden is throwing a lot of no look passes out there
Mhm.
so that he can like confuse the defense because the defense is reading him. And I think that's what was happening to him last year. This is a lot of lack of self scouting by Cliff because Jayden started to see zone coverages last season after
Yeah.
he had the 2024. Nobody runs man like that against him. Nobody
Mhm.
is turning their back to our quarterback. I need people to
Because they know
understand what
better.
he's saying. They know better.
Exactly.
You cannot run man coverage against him because as soon as the corners turn their back and start running, there's no eyes on the quarterback
It's
and he
off to
can
the
take off.
races.
Yeah. So Jayden has been kind of like seeing these coverages last year, and they basically everybody and their mama in the building have their eyes on the quarterback, and that's why he struggled last year because the lack of answers being schemed up, and everybody's spying the quarterback, right?
Mhm.
And just like knowing where he wants to go. So one of the things I noticed they have been doing in the self-scouting this season with him is teaching him the no-look pass. So for him to look one way while he's throwing, or to trick the defense with his eyes and stuff he's doing. So a lot of the stuff that he's doing to kind of like get these defenders kind of like jumping one way or another or moving out the way is, it doesn't have anything to do with his physical tools, but everything to do with like being a savant and kind of like the IQ and things he's doing in his head. So I noticed that too, that's why there's a huge drop off between him and the other quarterbacks on his second, is because of that. He's throwing a no-look pass. Like Marcus is literally staring to the spot he wants to throw the ball. So
The
all
whole
the coverage,
time.
the coverage is just flowing to where he's staring his receiver down, and we're running zone on the back end. So they see him and everybody's just running to the spot where he wants to throw the ball, and it's turning into a tight window throw. So that's just a little bit of what's happening and some of the things that Jayden is doing and why he's faring just a little bit better against the coverage than the others.
And here's another thing too, guys. Stop tripping about the shit, because we could be Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Oh God.
It could be worse. We're on the right track. Everybody is fine. Like I've said before, on the first day of training camp, we're still trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You got a first-time offensive coordinator, first-time defensive coordinator in the NFL. So I mean, they give them their grace, but look at what they're doing, and every single thing that they've been putting on film or on the field that we've been looking at. I mean, shit. I did not expect to see so much confusion when I went out on Saturday. Like seriously, me and my boy Rick are looking at each other like, bro, this is gonna be a problem for the rest of the league. And they, like you said, they haven't even tapped in to perfecting this yet.
No.
So just imagine if they're in the fetus part of this, trying to figure this thing out, and they're applying pressure. They're what's his name? Mikey is looking like pretty damn good out there. I'm not saying he's a world beater. I'm saying Mikey's looking good. What's his name? I'm pretty sure Fabian, once he gets locked and loaded in here, he'll look good. You got the rest of the what's his name? Amik looking pretty good out here.
Yeah, the
Every
corners
single
aren't getting cooked. Like
they're
the zone
not.
coverage that coverage is hiding the corners. Like I'm like, like nobody's getting cooked. Like when they get beat, it is a amazing play by Jayden.
but I have to say, the only person who really, and Kay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce this person who was cooking today.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, boy was cooking today. He was cooking that great.
I don't want to hear anybody else talk about Luke being cut. I don't want to hear anybody else talk about Luke not getting shares. Luke today, and you know, I've stood on this, but Luke today looked very good. I know there was a talk about like a trust issue with him and Jayden last year, which rightfully so. This year, we're going to see a lot more of Jayden to Luke, because he had one pass today that Luke caught over Terry. It was phenomenal.
I saw the video. They both were going for it, and Luke just snatched it out the air and stole it from Terry. I was like, wow.
No, but it just shows that Luke, you can tell that he has also been locked in. We're talking about everybody else progressing. We're talking about everybody else's IQ, progressing as well. Luke has definitely been putting in work. He's been focused, and he just looks different as well. He was played a lot in the slot today. Mind you, I'm still getting my terminology down, but he was utilized a lot in the slot. That's somewhere I can see him being, maybe not all the time, but that's definitely a position that I can see him playing in. And he also plays on special teams. So they did some of those drills with him today too. So yeah, no. And for the whole competition between Luke and Lane, ooh, you saw it?
I'm looking at it right now. They got the
yeah.
Oh my damn. Hold on a second.
Look at the one that Jayden threw to Lane.
Got it right us. Look at you, Spooky Lukey. That white boy balling out there. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and the competition between Luke and Lane, I think Luke has pulled out a little bit ahead of Jaylen Lane. Jaylen Lane had a perfect ball thrown to him from Jayden today and dropped it. And that's just one of the points that I've been kind of making. I would rather see Lane on special teams. He cooked today on special teams. I have not realized how fast he actually is until I've seen him in person. So
Listen, I don't like that draft pick going to a special teamer, but I fully understand it. I was listening to Kime, and I want to shout out Full Command because Full Command and
Man, look here, man. We
Yes.
got to
Yes.
get that boy
Grant.
Grant Mitchell his damn props,
Grant.
y'all.
he be on it. Like, I am so late to catch up with everything. I watch stuff on the weekends. Everybody's like, Kime gave you a shout out, so now I gotta go. Like, my tweets are making it to the, like, I don't know. Like, I went from 500 to 900 followers overnight from my like camp updates alone. So I have to like go check that out. But I thank you again to the people that are constantly going, Asia, like you are like, I had to use this opportunity to say that. But yes, no, they it's looking like they are finding ways every day to this punch counter punch between Durante and Blau. So the defense gets the best of them one day, and then they come back in the next day, and the offense starts like cooking the seams. And I'm like, they are studying tape and they're finding the voids and the weaknesses in that defense. So I look forward to see how Durante bounces back. Tell them you 5 feet. I'm 4'11" and proud. 4'11". We claiming it. 4'11". 4'11". AKA, yeah, he's Asia. Tell him you 5 feet. Lucas gonna be like, oh, y'all are funny. No, that's funny that people was like, wait, hold on. How many times did we take that picture, Kay? Because I kept looking at it and I was like,
no, that last one, Asia was like, we'll just go with it.
I was like, why do it look like I'm trying to like make myself taller next to Kay? Like the first set of pictures, y'all don't even want to know. I made my sister take it over. I said, it looked like I'm trying. Like, I was like, let me just be short. Let me just lean into being short.
But Asia, hold on a second though. We getting all this stuff out here, but we gotta ask about your sister because I've seen a picture of you and your sister together. I'm not gonna put it out there, but I've seen it. She ain't that damn taller than you either.
No, she gotta be like maybe 5 feet, 5'1". She's a couple inches. We're a short family. My dad's not tall either. Like we're short.
By the way, happy belated birthday to her as well. So shout out to your sister.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
She in the 40 club. Yeah.
We were standing in line and she was like going Asia's analysis. I was like, whoa, nope. Because I'm trying to lock in and not be. Don't say my name. I'm trying to be moving incognito. She's so proud. Like they are really proud of the channel.
Nah.
They was like, are you gonna stream from the like practice? And I was like, Dad, no, they're not letting me like stream.
I will say this, okay, because I on Saturday you couldn't get a damn tweet out. You couldn't send no messages, no nothing. I mean, by the grace of God, my dad was just happened to be there with my son while I was sitting there looking at some of the other practice, some of the part of the practices and everything. Because you would think as much data centers that they have out there, damn it, can we get a signal? Like, I mean, come on. But yeah, I seen that both of y'all was out there. I mean, y'all was able to get your tweets off and everything. So I mean, hey, it was working then. So I mean, but yeah, it is what it is. But looking at Small Talk ENT, he comes out here and says, you remember Jason's mom must put Jayden in the quote, look at what you did to Jayden. Make them remember, crush them, Jayden. But no, I thoroughly had a ball. I want to go back out there. So if y'all want to give us some tickets to go ahead and go to trading.
Yeah, I want to know how Durante counters from today because they opened up the vertical passing game. So I'm like, it sounds like Blau is doing it in stages for everyone. Yeah. Like they're working very specific route concepts. Like it seems like each day.
Hold on a second. We got to talk about this one right here.
Hey,
what's going on, Lady E? But no, I did want to go ahead just to piggyback on what you're saying, Asia. It's like that punch counter punch situation with the offensive defensive coordinator. For every like haymaker that DJ gives him, Blau was like, nah, I'm gonna hit you with that boom and in that rib cage. And it's just like, dude, it's like, bro. And just to see that Luke went past the defenders on the seam route today, he had like a 40-yard bomb that got caught at the third. I think it was like the 5-yard line today.
Sure did.
He found that void, and I was like, how was that void available? What did Jayden do to move What was going on in the motion? What did Jayden do to make that defender move or vacate? It's like
It
that's
happened
where
so fast. I don't know. I
that's
mean,
why it's just
I
like
honestly don't know.
I'm like it's the quarterback, y'all, because like I like them defenders don't move off their spot when them other quarterbacks out there. They just be standing stationary, like, and then they get to scrambling. JD be having a defense on edge. Like he be having them guys like they be locked in reading him, and he back there when he has time. He gets to like he is forcing the motions and the shifts and the things he's doing to like manipulate them to move defenders out of the way to create the voice. And then I don't know if y'all pay attention to Terry's interview. You have to listen to Terry's interviews talk about this past game. He's talking about spatial awareness. He's talking about how much time that him and Jayden work outside of just practice together, talking about the timing of routes and the spatial awareness and how they want to cut certain routes off and manipulate the zones and things like that. So this is a very detail-oriented passing game too. That's why I keep going back to some of these pass catchers in the room don't have it to give you that level of detail and route running. Like they feel like they need one more route technician, right? They need one more route technician because like I told you with Luke, I was like, Luke gonna be open because the defense is going to be preoccupied with so much other stuff. And it's so funny how they slowly peel that onion where they started out with the tight ends and then the running backs in pass game. And now that the tight ends and the running backs are established in the pass game, the defense is on the lookout for the running backs and the tight ends in the pass game. And all of a sudden you have voids now because they're so preoccupied with other offensive options that Luke is just leaking out. And so that's what people have to understand when you guys were complaining about does he only run like short timing routes? Like, why aren't we seeing bombs? Why is Jayden a check down Charlie? Because Blau was opening this thing
very
up
slowly
and very slowly in
very
phases, showing the defense a little bit each time. And so he had to like this whole play action is built off of the running backs and the tight ends. He had to get the running backs and the tight ends established and all of that underneath route stuff established so that what you saw today, where they opened it up and we're getting the long vertical passes down there, it's because he had already established that Chig was a weapon. He had already established that these running backs were weapons. And so these defenders are so preoccupied with all these other options underneath that now you're going to see more from stuff downfield with like Luke in the seam and Traylon in the seam. So that's kind of how I'm impressed with his intelligence in the nuance, in the attention to detail, and how he's doing this in both coordinators. This has been a training camp of the coordinators. I would love to sit here and talk about these players on both sides of the ball. But I cannot do that. I remember last year when they were transitioning Caleb from into Ben Johnson's offense, and every day on ESPN, they were talking about how they didn't think this pairing between Caleb and Ben Johnson was going to be a good fit because he was having accuracy issues in camp. He was struggling with making the throws. He just was not integrating into Ben Johnson's scheme as readily. And I remember Caleb not playing a lot in the preseason because he wasn't there yet. For Jayden to be where he is and have command, and for this install is so far ahead of schedule in terms of just the concepts being in place, and now they're just fine-tuning details. And it was like I was not coming into training camp. I didn't think it would be so much structure in place. Like these practices have had structure to them, organized. They are clearly working clear plans each day. And it's making me look at Joe Whiff and Cliff like, what were y'all
What the fuck
doing?
were you doing?
What were y'all doing?
It was college.
Agent, I'll say it for you. What the fuck were you doing? Seriously. I mean,
I don't know what they were doing.
No.
Because I'm looking, and I just want to piggyback on this real quick. Two things. Number one, we talk about Caleb for last year, and I have nothing but love for Caleb. DC guy, family of mine is family of his, so I don't know the nigga personally, so I'm not gonna don't ask me, do I know him? No, I don't know him. But I love his game. I think he's got some more to work on, but the talent is there. We saw how it was when you just sit there and let your players marinate in that system, and they actually start to picking up some things here and there. Like Caleb can't hit the layup, but he could hit that three. If we could just get him at the foul line coming up and then just driving the lane and get that layup, okay, he's gonna be better than what we are. Jayden's already got that. Jayden can hit the mid-range jumper, the three, he can dunk, he can do all that shit.
The layup,
and
yeah.
I'm telling you, he can do it all. So when he gets to that point, like he's already here.
Right.
And like and that's why I'm like, man, this is gonna be I it's almost like I want him to play the preseason, but kind of just like
are you saying we need to hide the quarterback?
No, I ain't saying hide him, but I'm saying like, how much time are we gonna let you on it? Like, you can have a quarter.
I need to see him. Yeah, maybe a quarter.
I need to see a quarter.
I need to see him though. I need to see him. It's not against our own defense.
I do think I need to see it in live game reps.
Yeah.
Just
definitely the last. Don't do me like last year where you gave him one whole drive and he was done for the pre. No.
Yeah.
I need to see him at least a quarter per game.
Yeah.
And not the last one, I'm not sure, but as far as but the second thing I did want to talk about is how you was talking about how good the running backs is looking. Cause Bill.
I had to take
Bill had all that in the pass game. Tell us what you saw today, Kevin. I was busy in the pass game.
I had to take back my statement because I don't know if y'all heard me say. I said, you know what? I don't know if Bill has it. I mean, he can't catch. He be fumbling. Yeah, no, I take it back. I'm sorry, Bill. I will buy you lunch because Bill was eating today. He's having a really good camp, by the way, and all. But his pass catching, I just want to talk about that real quick. He didn't drop anything. He didn't drop anything. And Jayden was airing it out a little bit to him. And he was catching everything. Not to mention, one of the things that I noticed about Bill last year, he just was not, yes, he's explosive, but he was not bursting through the hole for me. Against our defense, which we have all deemed as good, he was getting through there. Hit or run would have been a touchdown if we were in a real game. Yeah. So Bill has improved tremendously. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. They did have him doing some special teams. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't like that. I don't want him to risk any injury there. I would prefer to see him as a true running back. But as far as all the talk, like, oh, is he truly our RB1? Yeah. But honestly, White though, it's.
Oh yeah.
1-1.
I don't think it's 1-1. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an even 50-50 split. I think I made a comment that in my running back video, I said for me to feel like, first of all, Bill is still RB1. That whole outside zone scheme is going to be built off him. He's just too violent and an aggressive first cut type of and he has the burst. But I was very shocked to see how, with the pads on, effective of an outside zone runner Rachaad White was. I was not. I'm like, you here for pass catching, buddy. And I went in there and I had David Blau, because they know that's a tendency. They come in. He already has self-scouted that people are looking for Bill to be the zone rusher and for Rachaad White to be the one lined up out as a wide receiver. And on one play, he had Rachaad White outside zone rusher. He had Bill lined up as kind of like the wide receiver. I was like, okay, everything that I had already pegged from the scouting that you were going to do, he is already working against the tendencies. He has Bill primarily playing in the pass game. And in the first game, everybody's reading the scouting report that Bill and Rachaad is out there for the pass. And like, people are going to be so confused because I went out there and I'm like, he got Fat Man in pass game.
And
like
that's what I wanted to ask you.
I was like, why is my power back out there catching passes on the goal line, bro? Like, had me like, hey man, listen, if this was a live game reps, that corner would have been demolished because Fat Man was ready to put his pass down and run through my boy in that pass play to get his
and that's why I wanted to ask, because I haven't really heard a lot. I mean, I heard like here and there, but I really ain't heard a lot about Fat Man this summer. So I mean, at least during
we'll see him.
I mean, eventually we got Miami next week, so we got Miami next week, and I know he's better in pads. So I mean, that's why I'm not really tripping. Like, oh my God, why ain't we hearing nothing?
Jayden today, from what I heard, didn't he Wasn't he
Yeah.
running with the ones today with Jayden?
He was, because when he got in, I was sitting next to Josh. Shout out to him. He was, helping me. But yeah, he was out there with Jayden. He caught a pass, and I was like, "Who is that?" And he was like, "That's K-Tron." I was like, "Alan." Like,
our power back, who not even supposed to be catching the ball. They got a power back catching passes.
And we not up on the goal line either. So like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I just want, first thing first, Ronnie Rich, good evening, Big Herb, Asia, Miss K, first time on your live. I'm looking forward to new offensive defense. I salute you for coming on here. Thanks once again for tuning in. Shout out to Small Talk ENT says, bring me Philly, Thorough. Another one. So,
I'm feeling really good about Philly, and that they are. Jaylen feels like Caleb was in Ben Johnson's scheme, and that it took Caleb some time to ramp up in that scheme and to kind of get comfortable. I want to get Philly before Jaylen gets comfortable in the scheme, if he ever does. So getting Philly the first game where Jaylen is going to be seeing this pass rush and this coverage scheme for the very first time. Oh my. He's gonna be standing there with the ball in his hand, trying to read the coverage, and gonna be getting lit up. Like he's going to be scrambling. I can already see him abandoning the game plan and just going back to his comfort zone, which is his legs. They're gonna have to pull Saquon into blocking him. Like
he's gonna be on the ground. He's gonna be on the ground,
and they're gonna neutralize Saquon. Simply through Saquon go either have to be leaking out for the little dump off pass underneath, or he gonna have to be back there helping to block the rushers. Like the way that the rushers are getting, that's what people have to understand when you're hearing that these not live reps, so there's no running back there blocking, right? Like they like
if there was,
there's no chipping with the tight ends, nothing. They like the O-line is going up against a bare front. So it's like the O-line is going up against probably more people. That's what's going on with the O-line, because they are like David Blau is like, good luck to y'all. That's the offensive line coach can deal with that. I'm out here to get my stuff installed, so I need my running backs involved in the play. So there's no extra, like in real live game reps where you're going up against like an attacking rushing defense like what they're sending at JD. They're gonna have to hold the running back, and the running back gonna have to be back there blocking. So I feel like they're going to have to play a little bit contained, set them edges. But I think they're gonna simulate pressure on him so that because that offensive line for Philly is real good, and they're gonna be simulating pressure to confuse the offensive line. They're not gonna be fit, and then the coverage on the back end. I think they just gonna be disguising. I told you I was out there yesterday, and I was looking at the coverages, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Because I'm seeing personnel in there. It's like, wait a minute, we got Tyler in there, we got Revo in there, we got Nick in there, we got like 3 or 4 safety type of players in there. And I'm like, so what are they playing? Like, who's in coverage? So the way that he is like using the personnel is like, you can't even declare what the coverage is, because he got safeties out there lined up as linebackers. He like Tyler Owens is like lined up next to Louisville as a linebacker. It's like, what are we doing, Devontae? So I think that back end coverage is going to have him so confused. Devontae Jones going to be having Sonny lined up and the linebacker dropping back into the free safety spot. Like he's gonna be doing crazy stuff like that.
And just to truth teller, answer your question was good, y'all. I think Razul Douglas and Trey Amos should be the starting outside. How y'all feel about it? At this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Asia been saying,
the linebackers,
the linebackers are so damn good. You could put my fat ass on the island, and I'll probably do something.
Yeah,
that's how good the system is. Exactly, because that's what Rick was talking about on Saturday. He's like, the closing speed that you need to see. Like when we tell you that what's the name? Sonny Styles is built like a linebacker playing what's the name? Like Megatron is playing defense. He's 6'5", 245, and can run a 4.3. In the closing speed that he had, like this, I'm just speaking on for what I saw Saturday. He almost had a one-handed pick six on Saturday. So that just to tell you, like,
it does. Terry locked up today,
and that's another thing.
Antonio Williams been cooking the DBs, and he couldn't get Sonny off him. Like he couldn't get Sonny off him. Sonny had him strapped. I was like,
I wanted to say this real quick. because, and correct me if I'm wrong if this happened today, K. You had Lubu he changed up the play when Jayden called the play, then switched it up. And then as soon as he came over there, it was like, oh shit, we got to change this thing up. And then he was like, okay, and they ran the play. You had Terry that was going on a one route that was strapped up by Sonny.
Sonny style,
and the only way that he could get rid of it was throwing to Ben. And this is what I wanted to talk about real quick too, because them niggas was swabbling because Ben Sinnott caught that joint and him and what's his name?
Mikey.
Him and Mikey almost got into it. And I was like, I felt like Uncle Jerome, them niggas squabbling. Like,
we said about Ben, we was like, Ben got to learn how to fight back. He being too nice out there. I was like, you guys snatched that tight end chain, Ben. I need you to get out there. Like, you gotta have wide receiver energy about this tight end too.
He had it today. Mikey punched that ball out. Ben grabbed him and was pushing him, and then Mikey had his helmet, and then they kind of were like, we're done. But if it had kept going, I would have put my money on Ben, to be honest. Because
his name, I love my Wolverines, but hey, nigga.
Mikey always trying to fight somebody bigger than him. I thought I had little person syndrome. Mikey worse than me, bro.
No, but what Mikey did, it was unnecessary. The play was over. Like, Ben caught it, and then Mikey gonna go up and still punch it out. Like, come on now. But Ben,
but you know what? I only asked this because we got to play Miami next week, and you know how DQ.
Miami out. They better.
It's not even that. You know how DQ is about fighting and shit. And the first thing I think about is when we played the Texans that one year during training camp, and they started squabbling. Hey guys, we're trying to just make it through here. Let's go ahead and worry about the business. Let's go on.
I need them to get their lick back from the practice from last year with the Patriots. They gotta go in there to get their lit back, because I heard the Patriots was bullying them like last year. We gotta come in. We gotta. I want to hear that we in there bullying. I want them to like rethink this whole Malik Willis situation. I want to hear that. Dang, did we make the right decision with Malik Willis? That's all I'm saying. I need y'all to come out of that whole thing. And they said, well, looks like Miami gonna be picking number 1 next year. Like, I need y'all to just don't play with your food. So that's all I'm saying.
Oh no, that's definitely facts, because I've seen a lot of that last year, and it was just like, man, look here, we should not be trailing behind this team. Put them in the chokehold, put your foot on their neck, and finish them off so we can go home.
We better do that next week.
And that's what I'm just gonna call it how I see it. Like they're on a whole rebuild, and the fact of the matter is that we still those same team. We still the same team from 24 that just happened to get hurt a lot, and we finally got rid of the coaches that should never been here from the jump. And I mean, I'm just like, hey, let's move on and everything. But I mean, yeah. But looking at some of these comments right here, DJ says, "Send it too damn nice." Simba,
he's going to be okay. I'm tired of seeing that too. Sinner's going to be all right, especially in this game.
He's been too nice in the sense of he's sitting behind Zach Ertz. So when I say that, I think he's been too respectful to the Hall of Famer in front of him. Same thing when Bobby was in there. It was like, okay, well, I got a Hall of Famer in front of me. Look, I need you to go. I deserve this as much as the Hall of Famer, right? Don't let the fact that I hate that. He was like, I was doing everything right. I was studying every day. I was preparing myself, and I would come in knowing that I would not get an opportunity because I was playing behind a Hall of Famer. And it's like, I just wish you didn't have that mindset. And I understand you're a rookie, and that's how it was given up. But have that mindset that I can come in here and snatch this chain, right? So everybody giving that same energy once again. Now, I think people talking different now that training camp, but people was coming to it like Bates is tight end too. And I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
We ain't seen Bates catch the ball. Like, Bates is a blocker. Y'all giving him the tight end too, and my man haven't demonstrated to be able to catch passes either.
I will say this though, Yankoff was killed. I don't know what he did the last 2 days, but Yankoff was getting busy on Saturday.
4 tight ends deep, y'all. Lawrence Cager. Wes Booker got them boys hooping.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, you can say the same about Lawrence Cager today, but I mean that's not okay to me. That's okay. Cool. Like,
she said, nah, she's standing strong by Ben Sinnott. So she got Ben Sinnott to her. She's like,
Don't
We
be
all
doing
got
my
our
man
sons
like he
on
might
the
be
Ben
like
team.
Simmons,
that.
you
It's so
can, but you
funny.
can tell that Ben, when he gets out there, like you said, like about him last year and all, you can tell he knows this position, he knows the game. I want to see him get that chance. I want to see him be put in the scheme. Yeah, we all know Chick is tight end one, whatever, but I want to see him play because he can. And like I said, everybody talking about everybody else. Lawrence Cager, people could say he
I feel
looked
like
good
Ben
today,
Simmons
but
come out of every
Look
practice
here.
leading in receptions though. When they do the breakdown of who leading in receptions and the data points, it's like Chig or Ben Simmons, Chig or Ben Simmons. Like it's between Chig and Ben Simmons in terms of like the targets. He's spamming Chig and Ben Simmons. Like he does snatch that chain, y'all. Y'all can keep talking about Bates all he want because he's a great blocker. Nah.
that chain is on his neck.
I'm gonna say this.
He already fastened it.
Yeah, like Wes Welker got that boy hooping in training camp. It's crazy.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm taking it off from what Aja said a while back. What's his name? What's the our offensive coordinator from last year? Damn it. What's his name? The offensive coordinator. Cliff hates tight ends. Cliff hates tight ends. And if you don't believe me, look at what he did when Trey McBride was there as his when he had Trey McBride. He had 200 yards. He had 200 yards on the season. Went from the very next year to 500 yards on the season. Then went to back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Then you look at what he did when he was at Texas Tech with Mahomes. Name any one of those tight ends that was on that team. You can't because he never threw to him. The second that what's the name that Mahomes get into the NFL and starts playing, all you hear is Kelsey this, Kelsey this, Kelsey that. He doesn't like tight ends for whatever reason. So we finally got somebody who actually knows how to use them as a blocker.
I read something about Cliff and it all made sense. I was looking into this. I couldn't because he's over there with McVay because he has to learn how to scheme tight ends. Like he can't scheme tight ends. And what I read is that with that horizontal array, he lines up like 4 wide receivers out there. Like so he uses big body wide receivers as kind of like that tight end type player. That's why he kept when everybody was like, why does Noah Brown keep making his team? It's like because Noah Brown was a big body target. Like, so he doesn't like to use tight ends. He actually likes to use big body wide receivers. And the reason why he like Zach Ertz, because Zach Ertz back in his day when he was young and he had some scoop to him, Zach Ertz ran like receiver routes. Like he ran like a receiver. So he doesn't know how to do scheming up tight ends is not easy now that I see what Blau is doing. It is a lot of like bunches and stacks and like motions. And it's like the way that you're using the wide receivers to flood the zone, to run flood concepts to kind of like clear out so that the voids are open for the tight end to get open. You are literally like just creating spaces in the grass for the tight ends to work. But you have to use the wide receiver alignment or you have to use whatever you're doing off the run game to do that. And because Cliff's scheme does not marry the run to the pass game, it is really hard to incorporate the tight ends based on how his scheme worked. So he for the most part ran 11 personnel all the time. You can have Bates in there with Zach Ertz. It would look like a 12 personnel, but at the end of the day, it's an 11 personnel with Bates serving as kind of like an extra offensive lineman. He never used them in the pass game. So it's basically he was running 11 personnel the whole time, even though he would have Bates and Zach Ertz out there. Like I really was so bothered by this. I had to dig into like what is up with this dude and why. But it's because he's like
he was using them like a goal line merchant the last few years. And I'm like, dude, there's no way in hell that this guy is talented enough. We know that he has talent. I don't give a fuck if you use him as an H-back. I don't care if you use him as a tight end. I just use him, utilize him. There's talent there, and you're not even using it. That's the problem. And looking at Mill,
that is hilarious.
I already know our coordinators were terrorists, but I see how they come across.
No, with Devontae Jones, the way they're treating Jayden, who is a quarterback, the way they're doing Jayden in practice, I feel sorry for Jalen. This defense is playing against Jayden like he a scrub. Like they are in there, like trying to kill him. Oh wait, and Chase is like, "Hey, bro, like ease up." And then I hear from Deuce, Jayden is in the practice chirping at the defense. Like,
Oh yeah.
I
like
love it.
he
I love
talking,
it.
he just
I
talking
love it.
trash.
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
bro.
Hold on a second. Talk about real quick. We gotta talk about Deuce real quick. Deuce got me
Man,
crying.
his game.
Yeah, he came up there today. He was like, I'm trying to go ahead and get these season. Like, you gotta have a special VIP. You part of the family. He's like, I ain't part of the family, but I'm family. What does you mean? I can't have those.
Deuce is really good at content. He got
Yeah.
this whole series with the tryout player, and he takes the pictures
Yeah.
at the team, and oh man, if that one thing he showed me, I need him to drop. If Deuce watching this, I need him to drop that one thing he created about Ben Sinnott, because there's this running joke that we all got sons on the squad. Like the way
Oh
I
my
be going
God.
off about Antonio Williams, that's my son. I be like, why my son running with the threes? Like Antonio Williams is my son. What are we doing? And the way he goes off about Ben Sinnott, he said, you don't understand. Ben Sinnott be letting me down because that was really my son. Like, he was like, and
No,
so I
but
start noticing
my
that everybody got one player on the team that's like, that's their
Mm.
like Luke is like your like the A
That's
now.
mine.
mm,
So every time I see Antonio running with Ethan and Sam Hartman, I'll be like, get my
Yeah.
son off of third. Like, if you don't get my
No.
son on first string.
Look, if that's the case, my son is Sonny, and my son's doing damn good right now because that's my boy right there.
That guy
And
playing
it's a and
all
He gonna be a
shifts,
problem.
bro. He's gonna be a
and it's
problem. He getting so many
He gonna be a
reps.
Hold on.
problem.
I'm just speaking for me real quick, and I want to just say this real quick because y'all know how I feel about my Wolverines. All right, so there's only 3 Buckeyes that I would ever root for. One of them is Eddie George, the other one's Terry, and the last one is Sean Springs. Sonny making me he if he keeps going on this way, this trajectory, he's gonna be number 4, and I'm just like, dude,
He's strapping Terry in coverage. You need to go in and give
that
in.
is crazy work. That is crazy work. I'm sitting there like I had to come
Like stuck like glue.
hold on a second. The way I'm looking at my son right now, because he has
Mikey in coverage and he can't get off Sonny. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
look here, the way that my son got a picture because on draft day they was giving out the Sonny portraits. He put that joint up in his room. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but damn it, the way he was balling the other day, man, shit. That boy might be. Don't be surprised if he rookie of the year or top 3 pick as far as
I
rookie of
wouldn't
the
be
year.
surprised if he continues on the trajectory that he is now. That boy's gonna be a problem.
Yo,
he was everywhere.
No.
He's getting the Jayden. He's covering Terry.
What he did to Bill yesterday was just like, bro, he's your teammate. Stop it. What are you doing? I mean, he's sitting there. He got to a point that we was like, he's sitting up there like, and shout out to, I think it was Wash Carter. Shout out to Carter. He did a video clip of where it was from the back end to where you could see the offense going forward towards the end zone. I never saw Sonny the whole play, but apparently he made the play. He was that damn fast. Like, it was like, say hut, and then boom, boom, play's over. Where the fuck did he come from? No, like, for real. I don't know where the hell he came from because he was nowhere to be found. And then I saw they had the back end from the back of the end zone to where you seen it. And he was literally just standing there the whole time. And as soon as that hole opened up, like, it went like this, he was already there. And it was just like, dude, this ain't what you want. He looked at Bill like, this ain't what you want, bro. And Bill was like, I got to make a business decision. And just like, shout out to Pro Tech. Yeah, Bill almost died. But no, DJ says on here, he says, so Owe is our Michael Parsons. You know, I'm gonna leave that with Age on that one because I don't know what you think.
I'm such a Micah fan, and so, I mean, you can be, but they don't move. I felt like when Micah started out, like they were moving him around to get the matchup like along the entire offensive line. I think he is really working Tunsil one-on-one as a 4-down DN, and so that's the kind of difference I see between him and Micah is like DQ was moving Micah around early a lot, and Owe is playing kind of like your premier pass rushers. Like, you know, he's working Tunsil, and they not moving him around and get a mismatch. They moving Chase on around and get mismatches. They running Chase on in stunts and games and things like that. That's why y'all see Chase on getting off, because they lining up Chase on over there with Javon Kinlaw, and they working off, you know. But like Owe is just over there, and they playing big boy bully ball. Him and Tunsil going 1-on-1. So I like I think he can be a disruptor like Micah, but I feel like they use Micah to kind of like get that mismatch. They move him around where Owe is.
Because I'm looking at it like this. With what you're saying, Asia, is that he's not going. Tunsil is, and I stand by what the hell I say. Tunsil is a top 3 tackle in the league. I didn't say left tackle. I didn't say right tackle. I said top 3 tackle in the league. And I stand by what I said. And the fact that Owe is giving him work, there's a reason why he's off today. There's a reason why Tunsil is off today, because Owe is giving him work. I'm not saying he's dog walking his ass. He's giving him that work that he needs. He's like, okay, so I'm going to be ready for the season, because if this is who I got to go with in practice, it's going to be a long damn day. So but yeah.
We got a super chat.
Somebody got some money.
Hey,
I will have no slander against Cliff and his 11 personnel. Glad to see us get better.
Bro, I was watching some tape, and like it was in 2024 in the I think it was the Ravens game, and I fall asleep to Commanders content. Like everybody is getting their views off me through the TV, just staying on through the night, by the way, and it's just running.
Oh no, that's same here.
Yeah, so
same
but here. I always wake up to a replay of a Commanders game, like, and so
you too.
Yeah, so
I still got the Falcons game from 24 keep popping up on my screen.
It was the Ravens game, and I happened to wake up right on a play where we were in the red zone. And
that's the tweet that you're talking about. Yeah,
Cliff was running like a bunch set in the red zone with 3 receivers, and it was like a 11 personnel look with Zach Ertz, and it was like I was like, Cliff, what grass are the receivers supposed to be working? Like, we were on the 2-yard line. I was like, oh my God, if you don't run 12 personnel and just give the ball to the running back, it was like an option read where he's supposed to hand it off to McNichols, and McNichols is supposed to run it to the trip side, because after he snapped the play, you see every wide receiver go to engage in the block. And I told y'all Jayden's so bad at the read option that he read it wrong.
Oh my God.
And he kept it and was going to make a pass play. And luckily the play got, like, I was like, but why are we running that in the red zone on the 2-yard line? That is a heavy personnel look. 12, 13 personnel, get a ball to the running back and just go. He don't have no heavy personnel out there. He got 3 wide receivers wide. And I'm like, see, that's why we suck. Because look at what you scheming up on the red zone, Cliff.
That's crazy.
Because here's the thing I want to say real quick. You know how there's always that one star that's just great at everything. I mean, you got your Beyonce. Perfect example is Beyonce. And for those in the Beehive, I do not care what you say, because you're going to agree with what I have to say with this. She's a great performer. She can sing her ass off. She is a diva. She's awesome. She's a philanthropist and all that other stuff. But when it comes to acting, she's really
ass.
Bad.
Yeah,
she's really bad at
terrible.
Boo-boo juice.
I think the last thing she acted in was an animated film. Like that's
it was not good. It was not good. But the reason why I'm saying that, Jayden is good at everything. He can read a defense, he can scramble, but God damn it, when it comes down to that option, he can't do shit when it comes down to that.
He be staring at the conflict defender, like he be having the ball staring.
Oh, like how are you this great and bad at the same time?
You cannot make it that. And then the mesh point handoff, oh my God, the ball would be nowhere near the running back. Everybody's staring at you, not putting this ball in the running back's stomach, Jay. Like, I have never seen someone run the read option as
okay, I'm gonna say something sacrilegious real quick. So if y'all stop looking at this, I apologize. JD may have to talk to RG3 when it comes down to the read option.
Yeah.
He may
Well,
have to
hopefully
talk.
we getting the read option
I
out
was
of
about to
this.
say,
Hopefully we get the read. We ain't got to worry about the read option. But if we have to do the
think
read
he's gonna
option,
be
is
fine.
that
I think that's the one thing they got out the playbook because JD in the read option keep optioning to himself, and that's how
yeah?
he
I'm
got
like,
hurt. in the
dude,
Seattle
He
game.
did that twice today too. He did that twice today.
Yeah, he's still optioning to himself.
Yeah, yeah. Cause
But
we were
see,
like, it was like, cause I think Luke, it was like Luke was open and it was somebody else, and he running this way, and we're like, and he would have got yeah.
Say Jayden.
He
The intrusive thoughts went on that one.
it
yeah,
did.
no, it did.
He has to. I guess he feels like he
not
has
wrong.
to do it. But
Well, I'm hearing he's throwing the ball away. There was a lot of Jayden throwing it in
no,
the dirt.
and bravo to that
and
because
good. I
dude,
would prefer that than him turning
Jayden
into
was
a running back.
so bad at throwing the ball away. When he did throw the ball away, he would get intentional grounding. It would be like Jayden.
no, but like at some point, and I mean, when he was in his prime, Russell Wilson was great at that. Like, dude, if he can't find it, look, we gonna live to fight another day. Let's go ahead and that's what you got to do with this game. By the way, shout out to the 105 people who was in here today. We topped out at 111. So salute to every single one of y'all tuning in today. We really appreciate. We rambling at this point. We already done talked about a majority.
Now y'all gotta go back on the rewind. I think we got some good stuff in here before we start.
Nah, we got some great stuff up in here.
Like,
nah, for
y'all
real,
know how
man.
I am about Cliff. Somebody brought up Cliff, and then the whole stream went off the rails because I still don't understand what that man was doing. Somebody called him a terrorist, and I think yes, that is the word for Cliff.
Yes.
Don't get me started on Joe Witt. Like
Joe Witt, not her defense.
This must
the
be
way that we
complicated
play is not for
scheme,
everybody.
And they say Louisville got the green dot in a more complicated scheme. Like Joe Witt, what was you doing? Why couldn't you get a green? Like
how is Louisville doing fine?
They say Louisville is checking out of calls. He calling the defense. He reading the offense. He changing the look. I'm like, so basically, you was just lazy, Joe Witt. You just didn't want to teach nobody how to do anything, and you was like, I'm telling you right now, Bobby Wagner was like the de facto defensive coordinator coach.
That's right here got me dying.
No, that's true, bro.
Oh my God, no, but seriously, it was definitely they were on one today, and the one thing and just to close this out real quick because I do have to eventually get ready for work. I will say this: the fact that the offense and defense are having it's not just nobody's just winning the day. It's an equal back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I am fully ready to see what this is going to be like next week against. And I know that there is Miami, but I don't care. I need to see what it's like going up against real live competition. Both of them hitting each other.
Miami, they got Devin.
Oh no.
That's a stress test for the run defense. If they keep Devin if I'm hearing they locking Devin can't hit that corner and get that burst on the zone run,
then we made it.
Successful practice for me because the run stop. We still got a run stop. They're out there, and that's what Owe was like. I just want people to see. They was like, oh, wait, what do you want people to see from you this year? He's like, well, I really came in as a run stop, so I'm looking to get back to that. I'm like, we're not paying you $100 million to run stop. We need sacks.
Exactly.
I like that you want to commit to the run. What you talking about, man? We're not here to see that. Like,
but he can if he wanted to, though.
Yeah, but we pay. Man, we showing up. I need him to understand we showing up at the night games when they in the Hellraisers. To see them raise hell. I don't care about you stopping on run away. Like we want to see you get the edge, bro. That he talk about he want to be a run stopper. I was like, oh, that's sweet. That's real cute.
Oh, that's cute.
That's real cute. But you gotta get out there and get some sacks. Like
gotta get that Hellraiser out here, man. Oh, get that Hellraiser out there.
It finally came.
We need that Hellraiser.
Nah, but for real, I do want to see how the edge rushers, because this is such a rush focused. That's when I want to see how the big boys on the inside getting in. I want to see if we set edges, because I do feel like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been going good at practice. I still feel like them running backs getting outside on them. I don't know if I don't know. I feel like the linebackers was playing a little slow early on in training camp, and they were thinking. And so they had Bill looking like Jahmyr Gibbs on the outside zone run. Like I was like, they talk about Bill done beat Sonny to the outside. I'm like, what? Like, what's happening?
But you see what happens when they ain't thinking. They end up looking up and seeing that they seeing 52 looking like this over here.
Yeah.
Be like, so yeah, make a business decision if you want to.
Yeah.
But I will say this, ladies, it's been such a pleasure having you guys on. Because the Commanders are here to be taken serious, and over here off the bench, we take them 100% serious all the time, and we is nothing but love for the sisters from another mister over here. So, Kay, tell them where they can find you.
I am on X, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Kay's Take. On Instagram, it's _ Kay's Take, and on Twitter, it is Kay's Take _
Asia.
Right. And you guys can find me at Asia's Analysis on YouTube and Twitter. Come hang out with me on Twitter. We have fun over there.
Man, Asia be going in.
Look here. You better be ready to go back and forth because she has no cut card. She does not care. She will call out your favorite radio talk host, your favorite reporter, and will not give a damn. She's here for it.
Yeah.
She chooses violence all the time. So, but as always, ladies and gentlemen, we got something going on with Off the Bench, and it is a jersey giveaway. We on the road to 1,000 subs, and without you, that can't happen. So we are going to reward you once we get to 1,000 subs by going ahead. If you're following me on IG and Twitter, as I refuse to call it X, you will be in the drawing for a Commanders jersey. Now, it could be a Jayden Daniels jersey. It could be a Luke McCaffrey. It could be a Owe Adafe or any player that you want. Hell, you can get a customized one if you want to, but it's gonna be a Commander. Don't sit there and be like, "Hey, could you give me a Viking jersey?" I'm gonna sit there and hang up on you. I'm gonna say no. Get the hell out of here. Next person. This is what we're gonna get. But once we get to 1,000, we're gonna give away a free jersey courtesy of Off the Bench. And also, if you have not gotten your tickets yet for the annual Toast of the Season, what are you doing? This is the party of this new season, hosted by the Commander Kings, Louis T, Ed Oliver, Rico, Street Scores. They have a ball out there over in DC at Hook Hall, Sunday, August 23rd. Tickets are now $75 because if you didn't get it before, what the hell were you doing? But anywho, what they're going to have up there, they're going to have raffles, trivia, DJ, vendors, fan photo zone, drink competitions, and more. So get your tickets so we can meet all three of us up there because we damn sure going to have a good time. I know me, I'm going to be taking the Metro because I ain't driving out in DC. I hate driving to DC. But I don't know about them, but that's definitely what I'm doing. Hell, I may picture ride with Kay, depending on the situation.
I would say, yeah. I gotta drive. I always have to have my vehicle just in case.
But no,
make a quick getaway or something.
But just in case, but all jokes aside, y'all just come out there and party with us. Have a good time. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. If you can do your boy a solid, hit that like, comment in the comment section. If you're rewatching this, hit that bell notification and subscribe so you can be abreast of what's next on Off the Bench. And as always, left hand up for we, the Commanders. Peace.